waiting for car to pass by. This is my 20,000 mile 1 year review of my 2019 Camaro RS. Now this particular Camaro comes with the 3.6 liter V6 and is paired to a 6R60 Tremec 6-speed transmission, which is held up great. Reliability with this car, first things first, has been phenomenal. I mean, I can't really say I've had a single issue with this car, besides literally today, the original battery to the car finally decided to go kaput. So I got a new battery, and it has stronger cold cranking amps, so it starts even faster than before. And as far as tires go, right now, I have about 7,000 miles on these Continental DWS 06 Plus Sports all seasons, you know the drill. Now, with the typical tires that come on these, usually they're a little bit thinner of a sidewall, which makes the fitment look a little strange. But I find that these thicker sidewalled tires actually do a great job of. We have a Jeep or something along those lines passing us. Well, anyways, that's basically it for the exterior, well, reliability wise and tires. Exterior of a car, we do, of course, this car does go on the highway, so we have a few minor dings here and there. The only big notable one being right here. So if you value your Camaro, if you're looking to buy one of these, please don't put it in a gym parking lot, especially if it's like an EOS with like tight parking. Nothing against EOS, just it's a nightmarish place to park. And lights have held up fine. Nothing's gone wrong light wise. No. So a lot of people say that these cars consume oil. Yes, that is definitely true, even for mine at 60,000 miles. Now this is only the case if you're driving it hard for an extended period of time, but you can combat this super easily by just doing oil changes every 3,000 miles and checking it once every weekend if you drive it as hard as I do. Now we're gonna get in and go for a little drive, though I can talk about the actual driving dynamics of this. Well, there's that new battery. The driving dynamics of this car that we have right here. Now, this is the 3LT package, so you're gonna get a few things with this. You're gonna get some, what do you call this? Ambient lighting. It's very nice. You get a different gauge cluster, which comes from the 2SS, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. And then you also get heated, cooled seats. And then you have standard, basically everything else. You have I have an optional sunroof, which I have not serviced yet. I don't know how expensive that's gonna be, but I'm hoping it's not too much. And then, I guess, let's talk about the one and only mod that I've done to this car, which is, of course, my lovely Borla Attack axleback system. Now, this system was definitely quite the hefty price, and I will admit, on cold start, it is a little raspy for the first minute or two. And then it evens itself out, and it sounds pretty good. Now, it'll never match the 6.2 liter V8 that came in the SS's of this generation, but I think it's doing all right. And as far as driving dynamics go, this car is awesome. I could not ask for a better daily driver. The only concern that I have is I drive a lot, especially for my line of work. I am an electrician, which I do talk about occasionally on the channel. So if you're interested in that, definitely comment below if you want to hear more about my electrical apprenticeship journey. But anyways, back to the meat and potatoes of today's video. The car. The only thing that I would say is the downfall of this car is it doesn't have enough torque for how heavy the car itself is, which isn't necessarily a problem if you're coming from like if you're coming from any economy car or anything that has like 200 horsepower. This is gonna feel like a rocket ship. But if you have experience with like a Charger RT or something like that, you're gonna be a little disappointed by the torque of this car. But what this car does make up for in that department is it has a 7,000 RPM rev limiter, so it can rev all the way up to 7,000 RPM. And besides that, it's a pretty rock. All right, future Sam here. I may have missed one point that I did want to talk about, which was, is this car worth $20,000? To be honest, yes and no. It's kind of in a weird happy medium of competing with like almost nothing but kind of everything at once, because you see the Camaro nameplate and you immediately think, oh, it's going to be fast in a straight line. This car is fine in a straight line. It goes 0 to 60 in about 5 seconds, which is pretty decently quick, and you're going to have passing power for days. As long as there's not a guy with a V8 next to you, then you won't be able to pass him, obviously. And you're also competing with the guys that just want driving dynamics and nothing else, which would be like GR86s and Miatas, which are honestly great cars, just not nearly as practical. And in my humble opinion, this V6 does an amazing job putting a smile on my face every single time I get behind the wheel. It may not have a whole lot of power, but it has a split personality after 3,000 RPM. I would show you, but the speed limit's 40 and I'm trying to behave myself today. But yeah, what would you buy for $20,000? Alright, back to the video wherever I was before. Solid car, I haven't had any problems with it. And I think that will be the end of today's video. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe, and I will start making videos again, I promise.